So back out on the trails today, bit of bedgebury, just parked up ready to go. I'm going to jump into the trails. Bike's ready and clean at the moment, so I'll see you up in the trails. Alright, so halfway down what is number 2. Bedgebury doesn't really have a red or a blue, it's just one trail goes all the way round. I'd say that the whole thing's a blue, really. There are some bits that say that they're black, but they're not like a trail park black. It just indicates that they're a little bit difficult. I would say that if you're used to trail park riding, they're probably a tricky blue, maybe a borderline red. But yeah, so this is actually in the middle of the second trail already. The way I come into Bedgebury, I don't really start conventionally, so I actually come into it near the end of number 1. It was really muddy when we come in, but actually getting into it, the trails don't look in too bad condition, which is good. I'll try to chest mount at a different angle today, because you'll see if you've watched my Hadley Park video that some of the footage is just too far down, the camera at the wrong angle, so you'll see how it goes today. A little bit different. Nice. Alright, into number 3. Show of hands, this one's called. There we go. Bedgebury is very pedally, good for a workout. I wouldn't say there's really any hardcore downhill in here or anything like that. It's more just quite tame trail riding. But it's a good workout for the legs, because it is very pedally. If that's not what you're into, I wouldn't really suggest coming here. If you're just into like downhilling. My brother in particular has a little bit of hate for this place, because he definitely prefers the technical downhilling, which you don't really get here at all. But I quite enjoy it. There's some good little trails. The ground holds up well in the winter. My local woods riding in the winter's just no good. Ground's saturated. Some of it's actually just completely unrideable, so having somewhere like this is handy. And again, it's only like a 45-minute drive from my house, so yeah. Parking can be expensive. If you leave before 11 in the morning, you can get away with only paying £3. If you stay after 11, the parking's like £13, which I think is quite expensive, if I'm being honest, for just some trail riding. Definitely cheaper places. However, if you know where to park, you don't have to pay. So this in front of us is what they're classing as a black here. This is just a bit of a stone climb, and then there's some rocky sections in there, a little drop off. Oh, we'll go down, show you what it's all about. Okay, yeah, so on this black trail, there's a couple of little bits in it, little jump it, nice. Trying out a new pair of goggles today. Drop off. First I've ridden with goggles. Liking them so far. Another drop off it. A little jump, a little double that one. And then there's a final drop off here. Well, massively boggy at the bottom of that. Massively boggy. All right, on to the next one. All right, into the next one. So classification red, but again, I don't know how much I'd buy into that if I was you. If you think you don't normally ride reds, I think you're going to be just fine coming here and riding these red trails. If you used to ride in Swinley, then you'll be fine on anything here. Certainly you wouldn't class these reds like you would a Bike Park Wales red, for example. Oh, nice bums. Now onto a bit of a climb. Okay, next trail after the climb. This is a little windy one. It's quite tight. Always tight. Sloppy conditions in here, but it doesn't feel that slippy though, even though it's sloppy. If you can get some speed, some of these trails got little features in that if you were going slow there wouldn't be anything, but if you can get a bit of speed up, the features are alright. Pretty cool. And obviously with the e-bike, helps to get your speed up on these little tight trails. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but my rear tyre is catching on a cable and I'm going to have to move that cable. It sounds like I've got a Coke can stuck in the tyre, giving it a funky noise. So before my next ride, I'll be rerouting that cable. And also, I've actually got some new pedals coming for the bike, so I haven't put a video up yet, but I've got some new shoes. They're Gyro Jacket 2s. I'm really enjoying them. I'm going to be doing a video on them, so keep an eye out for that. And also I'm getting new pedals, because the pedals I've got on there now are the Well Goes that came with the bike, and the pins are so worn down. The grip isn't great, so yeah, I have new pedals for the next ride and have a look at them. Alright, into the next one. Deer Stalker. I've got to be honest, I can't remember a lot of these trails. I've been here quite a few times, but I'm not great at remembering how a trail goes, if I'm honest. So, like I said earlier, there's just a lot of pedally trails here, a lot of flat. So it's good for a workout, but if you're looking at coming and doing some downhilling or some technical bike work, this probably is not going to be the place for you. But if you're looking at coming and doing some pedal turning on something that's holding up condition wise, it's not a bad option. And there are some okay features. I mean, that little black one we just come down, there's a couple of drop-offs in that, which are pretty cool. There's a few little small jumps here. There's a little trail that we're going to go down later. Again, I can't remember which one it is. It's got a few little humpy jumps in it. So yeah, I mean, that's the end of that trail. More of a transition trail, really. It's just flat the whole entire way. You're out onto the far road, so I'm going to follow this far road down to the next trail, and yeah, and that's pretty much all it is. We'll see you down there. Okay, bottom of the hill, helter skelter, looking boggy. Guys, if you have watched the Hadley video and you're watching this video, please comment about the view. I hope it's better. Obviously, I've not reviewed the footage myself yet. Well, I've got the GoPro in a different angle on the chest mount. I do think the chest mount's better than on top of the helmet. If you look at my Swinley video, that's all on top of the helmet. And I did like the way it came out, but I don't think it gives a great perspective of jumps and drop-offs and stuff like that. Maybe the hyper smooth almost working too well. So a bit of a bitch, this one. Cardiac hill. Obviously e-bike makes life a lot easier here, but you know, I'm not the fittest dude in the world, and I don't pretend to be either. The e-bike helps me massively. I wouldn't be out anywhere near as much if I didn't have it. I had a normal mountain bike and for a couple of years, and I barely went out. A lot of my mates are fit, they ride a lot. I was constantly at the back just pushing, not enjoying myself. I don't think anyone enjoyed me coming out with them, always waiting for me. And yeah, when I tried an e-bike, it was a game changer for me. So I've got one, I've never looked back really. I've done quite a lot of riding in the last year. And yeah, and I love it. Not everyone's cup of tea. There we go, Cardiac Hill. So on the e-bike, nice and easy. See you in the next one. Okay, dropping into Sweetness. Again, I can't remember this trail. I think this is a good one. I remember it being a pretty good one. I think that's why they call it Sweetness, because it's supposed to be a sweet trail. But I'm not going to lie, I can't actually remember it. So we'll see. I know there's a jumpy one here. I always think it's this one, and then it's not. So we'll have a look. Don't feel very jumpy at the moment. Ah, nice bounce off a root. Oh, here we go, little jump. And again. And another one. Into a big bump. Get a bit of speed up. That bloody back tyre rubbing on that cable. That really annoy me. Let's sort that out tonight. Okay, Gloomy Wood. Let's get gloomy. We come here in a little bit of dark, and it was really fucking dark in there, mate. A couple of little jumps here. Well, not really jumps, more just really humps, to be honest. Little pop-offs. And then back to more pedalling. Heading into the little wood section now. Getting gloomy. So I've booked up today to go to Forest of Dean in February. Gonna do with an e-bike day there. So I'll be heading there on the 29th of Feb if anyone's going. Write in the comments. Should be a really good day. I love riding up Forest of Dean. So I'm trying to get in as much riding time, try and burn off some of the Christmas fat, which is why places like this are quite good, because they're pedally, and it's definitely a good workout. So nothing technical here that you're going to be like, oh yeah, really want to get here and up my skill level or whatever. But for getting out, turning the pedals, and just having a bit of a blast, yeah, it's good. So we're going to be doing some of the off-piste stuff at Forest of Dean. So watch out for that video. I know there's some really good trails. I've been there before. My brother knows the place like the back of his hand, which was handy, having a bit of a guide. So there'll be some really cool trails shown in that video. So I say keep an eye out for that one. It's a good one. Okay. Again, this is just another pedally. Nothing really going on. Squirrel. Never run over a squirrel before. Most people have. They're in the trails all the time. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, into the next one. Okay. Halfway through this trail, I wasn't going to actually record this one because some of these trails here just really are. I don't want to sound bad, but a bit boring. They're just pedally. So I wasn't going to bother recording it, but sometimes you come into it and you think, oh, there's a berm. Really, I just wanted to show this bit in here. And I thought I'd bang the camera on. It does say no entry, you're not supposed to go down there. I'm not going to go down there today because it's full of clay, but I don't know if at one point this was a bit of a trail section area. I don't know. I always come across it. I think to myself, is it rideable? I've been down there once or twice, but I often went down there in the wet. The material's like just clay. It's slide off everywhere. It's not really rideable, and that's not been kept. It looks like someone once made a bit of a jump section in there, and it's just a bit overgrown now, and nature's kind of taking it back, and it's not rideable. But if anyone remembers what that was like, it'd be really cool. Put it in the comments. if anyone ever saw it when it was first made, because I've never seen it other than being overgrown. A bit that we don't have to pedal. I'm sure there's lots of off-piste stuff here. I don't know any of it. I'm sure there is. There's some good stuff as well. Little steps. Yep. Straight in. Little rock drop off. A little couple of jumps here, look. I think the last time I come here we stopped there. Done those jumps a couple of times. Really muddy and wet today though. I'm covered. I don't ride with mud guards. Maybe I should. Something to think about this year. Oh, a little bit of rocky bit here. Slick as anything today. Any rocky bits? Oh, hey. Yeah. Hey. A bit of a rocky section. Real slick and slippy. Hey. Not going to bother with them today. Too slippy and slick. I apologise for all the sniffing. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment as well. Doesn't help. Find some more little rocky bits down here. If this is the trail that I remember. Yep, here we go. It's just stick. Random little features. They're not quite big enough to jump off. And you can't get any speed up before them. A little rocky bit. A rocky bit here. Drop off the end. Again, just rolling it off. Because you can't get any speed to do drop off. Straight into the next one. Just trying to really pound this out now. Okay, I'll see you on the next interesting bit. Okay, into a trail called Deliverance. Again, I couldn't tell you whether this one's going to be any good or not. looks like another flat peddly section. A couple of rocks. A little rocky section here, and a little slab drop. And another. Super slick, these rocks. There's a little stream. Okay, now this next one, I think he's pretty good. Something trees, fiberglass trees or something. So I really can't remember these trails at all. But like I said, just trying to get out this morning really. Turn the legs, bit of exercise. And get the fitness levels up for Forester Dean. You might think, oh, e-bike, you don't need no fitness levels. I've been out with my brother, who is a pretty fit dude, and he was riding an e-bike, and he absolutely beasted me. I mean, we're going uphill, I'm doing 7 to 8 mile an hour, and he's flying up at 13 to 14 mile an hour. So fitness still definitely comes into it with an e-bike. For sure an e-bike helps. It's much easier than a normal bike. But if you're an unfit guy riding an e-bike with a fit bloke riding an e-bike, you will still get beasted. So yeah, that's why I'm out and about. Turning the pedals, a few miles in the legs, getting some trials in. So again, you join me halfway through a trail. This one's called Not So Pointless. And to be fair, it's been okay. Let's start off with it, looked like another peddly trail. I thought I won't record it, and it looked like it was getting okay, so I thought, yeah, let's have it on. That was alright, short but sweet. I cut to the right here, dropping straight in. Thirsty turkey. Little double line there. Couple of rocks, I missed them there. You didn't really see them. You get a little bit of a sort of a hip, about as close to a hip jump as you're probably going to get here, to be fair. Oh, nice couple of puddles, great. Soaking wet now, thanks very much. Ah, oh, beautiful. Love a bit of mud. I've got waterproof socks on, so, and these new gyro shoes are not advertised as waterproof, but splash proof. So I'm going to do a bit of a shoe check on them. So if you're in the market for shoes, keep an eye out for that video. I'll tell you where I got them from and how much they cost. a bit of an interesting climb here because it's slippy as you like. There we go. Having the seat up a little bit in the right gear helps. Where does it end? Nobody knows. Okay, that's the whole loop done, back at the start. So there's one final trail here. This takes us down to the car park. So we're going to go down because I want to jet wash my bike before I chuck it back in the car. So I'll record us going down that final trail. That's the end of the pedal fest. So yeah, see you at the jet wash. So I forgot, final run, cake run, just before we hit the car park. I actually quite enjoyed this one, last one of the day. So, let's get into it. Drop off. I remember right, there's a couple of drop-offs in here. Nothing big, but it's better than rolling down a fire road all the way to the car park. There's a little drop off here, get some speed up for it. Only little things, but just fun. Through the trees. Tight through them trees. Little drop off in between. Hey, another one. Just a little. Okay guys, what happened in that last video at the bedgebury was also I ran out of battery. I was coming down the last trail and just ran out of battery. And I headed down to the jet wash after that. It was actually closed, so it was a wasted journey. And then pretty much just headed straight back to the car after that. Bike was covered in mud. I was covered in mud, so it was great fun getting it back in the car. Looks like I might be trying to start looking at a portable jet washer. But yeah, that's what happened. So watch the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.